If you're the kind of person who who values self-sufficiency, then this is the modality that lets you at least step into the full potential of your ability to be self-correcting and take control of these things that have gotten horribly out of control. You know the experience of what it's like for it to be out of control, and you can go to have someone fix you, but that's passive on your part. The brain isn't learning. The problem is learned. How do we get the brain to learn its way out of the problem? Yeah. I can guide them to maybe see some things that I've seen, like, can you be in that place as it opens and create a vivid experience for your brain of that space changing? But we do it a special way to amplify, to sort of assist, to turn up the loudness of these experiences just subtly so that we can get it, because it's not possible in the beginning for people to have their awareness in those places. It needs like a guide. I shine the light very clearly on the path for someone to walk on in the beginning. That's what this is. But then they, at a certain point, either have to have their own flashlight, maybe that's the metaphor, or they say, well, I know how to walk on this path. And I see all these little side ramps that I can go on, and I need to go down there a little bit. I haven't gone down that path. I don't know that part of myself well. The self-knowledge and self-awareness is really what this is in an odd way. But people don't come for that. They realize that that's what it is, but they come to get out of pain, and that's a valid desire and motivation.
But it's not just for people with pain, right? You know, this is addressing a scope of like a relationship to self that goes beyond just, you know, experiencing pain, right? It's like how much of ourselves are we in, right?
That's right. But I don't know if someone's going to come for that. Mm-hmm. Like I've had people say, like, wow, it's like an awakening. I had an awakening. But that's like the bonus, I think, is fair to say. Like, in a way, that's what we're really trying to have, but it's okay to come for, well, I've got this hunched over posture, my back is really tight, or I've got this foot problem, asymmetries, my shoulder's messed up. You know, it's like someone said I have a frozen shoulder. It's like, can't lift it. Got a rotator cuff injury. But we want to say, well, why is that there? I have arthritis. People come to me, they say a lot, I have arthritis. Why do we have arthritis? Well, there's different kinds of arthritis, but if the muscles are tense in the system, there's a lot of tension in the entire system, well, those joints get pulled tight, and by that in a persistent way, and then the cartilage that gets its nourishment mostly from the synovial fluid in the joint capsule, if it's crushed tight, well, it doesn't get good nourishment. It needs not to be crushed, and that's why we're zooming way out. We're saying, well, what if you turn down the tension in the whole system? We have this ability, in a way, even to heal like ankle sprains and things that really are structural injuries, but they don't heal well when things are under this crushing tension all the time, which is driven by the brain. I love it when someone's not in the ditch of the pain, where it's like, I've had a little bit of sciatic pain, they come and they're not even having it right then. But we look at what's going on. Can you begin to understand the patterns that you're holding that are perpetuating that whole systemic equilibrium that's making it possible for these boiling overs of the sciatic pain, the arthritis, or the headaches, or the foot pain, or the hip pain, or the shoulder, or breathing difficulty, or just posture in general. The doctors, they're very good at what they do mostly. They zoom in and look at you very small view. But this is saying, well, what if it's a systemic thing? People might have 9 problems. And the doctor says, well, the only thing that has 9 problems, that's multiple sclerosis. The doctor might say, well, maybe you've got that. But we're saying there might be a different explanation. And I sit down with people when they come for the session, we just talk, and I say, well, all these things you've written down on your intake forms, well, it could just fit together like this. What if it just fit together so simply? These big patterns of how our body is really good at tightening up. And, well, that could create you can't turn your head to one side. One shoulder's low. Oh, it all fits together. We look at the big picture. That's why this is different.